Hello everyone, this is Summer Lupin, and I'm back with Sherlock Holmes, Secret of the Silver Earring. Got out of the maze, got through the maze rather quickly. I'm not complaining. Read an alcoholic's letter. Rambling letter. So let's see if my teleportation service... Aha! See? You don't get... The teleportation service doesn't get any bars in the deep dark forest. But now we are out of it, and we have teleportation reception. So, let us teleport to Baker Street.
Let us return to Sherringford Hall.
Change clothes and immediately teleport back out to Sherringford Hall. Watson?
Oh, Dr. Watson. Beg pardon for imposing on you, but I must get a message to Inspector Lestrade, and...
He is just inside, and I am sure that he would be most eager to assist you.
No.
Yeah, with an arrest.
It would be better if he would hear this from you, rather than myself. The present situation requires me to be elsewhere. Please be good enough to tell Inspector Lestrade that I renounce any rights to the succession. Also, I will not be at my offices. I would not wish him to waste time looking for me there. Goodbye, and I thank you for your kind assistance, Dr. Watson.
Don't let the suspect get away! Watson! I see he took his hat and coat off outside. Why do we walk so slow in this game?
I was upstairs and I could have sworn I just saw that blasted scoundrel Grimble through the window.
Yes, you are right. But you have no chance of catching him now. He has run away as if the very devil himself were after him.
It is not the devil that's after him, but myself. He would fare better if it were the devil on his trail.
He gave me a message for you, Lestrade. He said he renounces any rights to the succession.
What do you say? This is astonishing news. This will not prevent me from finding him. I want to know how it so happens that a dead man is found in a building to which only Grimble is known to possess the keys. By the way, where is our great detective? Oh, here he comes now.
I spot Sherlock.
Hello, gentlemen. What are you discussing?
Grimble has renounced all possible rights to the succession of Bromsby Enterprises.
I want to
But
talk,
that
but
does
they're
nothing
still
to alter
talking.
the fact that he is the ideal guilty party. Sir Bromsby had very important news that he intended to announce on the day of his death. What if this surprise news was the ouster of Grimble and Bromsby's intent to name his own daughter to succeed him? Do you think something otherwise, Holmes?
No, it is nothing. May I ask you a question, Lestrade? Would it be possible to keep this new information about Grimble from Miss Bromsby, but for a few days?
It's a deuced odd request, but I presume that you must have your reasons. I will do my best to keep this information private till the day after tomorrow.
Thank you, Lestrade. By the way, I would like to speak with Miss Bromsby. Where can I find her?
I do believe she's with her faithful knight in her sitting room. This gentleman never, so to speak, leaves her side. If this story spares them any further pain, no doubt they will soon be renowned as the most beautiful couple in London. I've tried not to think about it, but my heart feels heavy that I may have been an instrument of their sorrow.
By the way, my brother Mycroft has answered one of my letters, and his information seems to be most interesting. You can look at it if you would like. I have had a copy made for you.
Oh, they're done talking. I didn't want to talk over them too much because I didn't want to talk over the voice acting, but you saw that. Sherlock Holmes won Lestrade. How did he see Sherlock coming in? Well, maybe he could have just tilted his head and saw him coming through the window, but still, I like to think that Lestrade had like x-ray vision through the door, and then Sherlock ghosts through the door. Like there isn't even a door opening animation, just poof, in through the door. That's hilarious. Okay. Also, Grimble has flown the coop. Watson, why didn't you try to stop him? Oh, Watson. Kalidasa Abyss. Dear Sherlock, with time of the essence, here is the information with a great deal of very large spaces between words. I mean, look at that. Wow. Here's the information I managed to gather. Watson Grimble Company, W&G Company, was founded by Joseph Grimble. Josef. That's an interesting spelling. And his partner, Raymond Waters. The majority of the capital was provided by Waters, who was the son of a wealthy ship owner. Look, there's a space between the SHI and the P. Son of a wealthy ship owner. When J. Grimble died in 1886, his shares passed, according to his will, to his partner, Mr. Oh. Oh no! Grimble is Herman Grimble, so this must be Grimble's brother? Herman Grimble's brother, I guess? His shares passed according to his will to his partner, Mr. Waters. The business of the Kalidasa Abyss, shouldn't that be a capital A? I think it should. Is one that we, as British people, are loath to remember. In the entire history of colonization, we have played falsely with the image we claim for ourselves. The truth of this murky business is still protected by the military authorities. So, I possess but a small portion of the facts in this matter. Aren't you basically the British government incarnate? Even you couldn't get it out of them? Yeah, let's see. In the entire history of Indian colonization is, well, it's a really awful period, but whatever. Because of the Kalidasa Abyss, the supply convoys of the garrisons from the northwest of Bombay had to make long detours. Okay. A decision was reached to construct a bridge over the abyss. The construction was entrusted to a contractor who enjoyed strong support within the military echelons, a Mr. Melvin Bromsby. You may have heard of him! Bromsby committed to perform this task in a time frame that many specialists considered extremely ambitious, given the difficulties associated with the location and other practicalities. So he decided to try and do a rush job. Oh, that's going to end well, isn't it? The abyss was situated in the middle of a jungle, located in a distant and isolated place. A battalion was assigned to assume the security of the construction efforts that would take several months. One of the officers from this battalion was Captain Lowry. From the beginning, nothing went right with the project. They talk of how poor the soil proved to be and the recurring accidents. The remains from ritual sacrifices were found at the bottom of the abyss? Which caused fear in the superstitious Hindu workers. There was also the presence of a man-eating tiger nearby and other exotic mysteries. Thus, in the next few weeks, the construction suffered considerable delays. At the start of the second month, the officers in charge of the battalion asked to be retained in their role of supervision, regardless of their personal hardships with the assignment. Okay, they still wanted to stay. The command in Bombay supported their request, as it was a great opportunity to economize on the costs of construction, which were considerable. Then the officers asked for men from the nearby villages and towns to strengthen the teams on site. The soldiers following the convoys complained that large barriers barred their view of the site and prevented assessments of its progress. Okay. They were also denied passage beyond these enclosures. Well, if they were constructing the bridge... They further noted that although they brought workers to the site, they had never escorted any from the place and back to their homes. Oh no. They were also deeply concerned that they could not identify some of the unbearably foul stench that surrounded the work site. Oh no. Some people claimed that they had fallen ill merely from breathing the smoke from some invisible fire that came from the impenetrable mound. Mound? It's an abyss. It's not a pile of dirt. It's a hole in the ground. The construction was eventually completed on or near schedule. but an inconceivable number of Indian families still do not know what happened to their husband, father, that should be plural, husbands, fathers, sons, or brothers. All those should be plural. They left one day to build this bridge, never to be seen nor heard from again. Something tells me they're at the bottom of the abyss. One of the officers, Captain Lowry, tried to reveal the truth that everyone preferred be left unknown. He was abandoned by his superiors and his comrades. He wanted to leave Bombay and applied for a post of principal at a penitentiary in Italy. It occurs frequently with non-commissioned officers, as there is no better director than a former officer of the British Army. That should also be capital A. Everyone knows it and is envious because of it. But the army refused to grant him leave. They threatened him with charges of desertion if he left the Indian Territory. That's a cover-up. You screwed up, and you're trying to cover up the fact that you caused a massive loss of life. They must have been afraid that one day he would reach England and find attentive ears for a story which must not be told. It must be told, you just don't want to tell it. He died ill and alone, and here is a strange request for a soldier of the British Army. He asked to be cremated in the Indian manner. This last request was in fact refused by the army. All of his property was bequeathed to the military orphanage Bromsby in Bombay. In hopes that this information shall prove helpful, good luck, Mycroft. Yeesh! This is a scandal! Almost 12 minutes in. Okay. Run!
I hear laughter coming from the powder room.
Where's the powder room? Isn't this the... This is the powder room. There you are!
Good afternoon, Mr. Holmes. James has just been showing me the photographs from his hunts.
Oh, but I wasn't the only hunter.
My respects, Miss Bromsby. Hello, Lieutenant. If I could have a look.
Nice piece? Piece of what?
I must say, this is quite a handsome specimen, but it is surprising how light it appears.
That bull weighed near 1,000 stones.
No, beg pardon. I was referring to your portfolio.
What? What?
That is but another souvenir of my travels to Africa.
What? I am so lost. What?
I came here specifically to inform you that everything goes well with the case, Miss Bromsby. But I need to ask you a question of a more personal nature. If the Lieutenant would be so gallant as to give us a moment of privacy.
Your servant, Mr. Holmes. I will retire to the smoking room.
As he walks away slowly. Oh,
I
right.
should reveal one of my hints.
This?
Does this photograph belong to you?
Yes, it's mine. This is the photo of an actress who was with a touring London company. They gave a performance at the town near my boarding school in Switzerland. This is Miss Davenport. She was kind enough to meet with us in her dressing room after the show.
Yeah, that photo has... Yeah, Sherlock picked up this photo, but it hasn't played any part in the mystery so far. That's... What?
And how would you describe this actress?
Oh, she
Why?
was fascinating, on the stage and in life as well. She personally inscribed this likeness for me. You see, they were available for purchase during the intermission. She was so very beautiful.
Pray, continue.
When I met with her, she showed me this beautiful earring that she wore. It was in the shape of a wave with foam, made entirely of sparkling stones. It's strange, but I have never talked about this with anyone till now. I do hope I see her again someday.
Perhaps.
Well, that's nice.
Now, listen to me, my dear child. I must ask you to speak to no one about our conversation. Not under any circumstances.
What?
The discovery of the truth rests on your silence.
What? What? Huh?
I've got to go now.
I understand.
That was weird and abrupt. So do those doors ever open, or does everyone just pass through them? Maybe we'll see them pass through the gates. No? No. But we are seeing them glitch.
This lieutenant seems a very commendable person. Miss Lavinia is fortunate to have him near.
He's stuck in her like a
Lestrade
barnacle.
was saying that he has found more evidence of Grimble's trail. The corpse we found at the cement factory may well have been an accomplice and the true murderer of Sir Bromsby. Grimble could have easily obtained an invitation for him to the reception. Then, some time after the deed was done, Grimble eliminated his accomplice to prevent his speaking. Or perhaps not. Whatever are you musing about, Holmes? Holmes?
What is it, Watson?
Blast it, Holmes! You haven't heard a word that I have said.
It is of no consequence. Tell me, have you had the opportunity to redeem the item with the receipt we found at Hunter's?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yes, it was a simple matter. In order to get the best price, Hunter agreed to redeem the item within 2 days' time. Look, these appear to be real diamonds.
Real diamonds? The silver earring! Huh.
It seems to me that we have gathered all of the key elements, Watson. However, before we retire, let's summarize our findings.
Quiz time
The
again.
questions should be answered yes or no and justified by the evidence or testimony received during the investigation.
Huh. Okay, so... this video has gone on for a while, but I'm not sure if I should stop it. The Kalidasa Abyss. That is a major scandal. Ugh, terrible. Let's see. Golden exotic jewel? It's a silver earring. That jeweler really needs to get their eyes checked. Or pawn shop guy needs to get their eyes checked. I know some parts of it might be gold, but most of it seems to be silver. Seriously? I'd call it a silver I'd call it silver if I took a look at that thing. See? The silver earring! Exclamation point! I like that, but the exclamation point has a space between it. See, most of it is silver. Why would you call it... Ugh, this game. Okay. One funny thing to note is that, this game is titled The Secret of the Silver Earring. That's the title that's listed on the game manual that came with the actual box that I got years and years ago, But every time I upload this to YouTube and I type in the game title for, the description and stuff, it says, The Case of the Silver Earring. That's just weird. Like, I guess it's an alternate title? Huh. Also, it's kind of weird that Sherlock brings up this picture, which hasn't really factored into the story at all thus far, and neither has this silver earring. Like, how does this factor? Okay. Let's see what this quiz is all about. Is this the last quiz? It might be. Was the leader of the thugs who attacked Holmes directly connected to the case? Let's see, that should be documents. Documents. Notes. Fairfax Theater. He worked at the Fairfax Theater, so I'd call that a yes. Can we say the person who killed Simon Hunter is skilled with weapons? Let's see. Oh, wait, that would be, let's see. I would say... He was killed by a bullet right through the heart. There was just one shot. At first glance, it appears to be a small caliber weapon. Okay, I'm going to say yes. I mean, one shot. Are the ruins near Richmond's Abbey a common haunt for wanderers? Do you get the occasional tramp? Gonna say yes. Can the handwriting on the message found in the ruins be the same as that on a previous document? Oh, I think I should put these here. Sherlock said that it matches something else. Let's see. Matches the one found. Author is drunk much more. I think it's these two. Is it easy for a retired English officer to find work as a prison warden abroad? Yes. Let's see.
It is simplicity itself.
Aha!
We have answered all the questions.
Got one without having to look back at the look up the answers. 18th of October, 1897. But I should probably stop as soon as I get an opportunity.
Hello, Watson.
Good morning, Lestrade. You are an early riser.
Good morning, Lestrade. You look really tired. You must have had a lengthy meeting with the minister.
But hold on. How on earth could you know that, Holmes?
He's
I
Sherlock
can read
Holmes.
you like an open book. I jest with you, gentlemen.
Not really.
It's not the proper time for jesting, Holmes. But upon my word, how did you find out about the minister? I was assured that only 3 or 4 persons at most had knowledge of this meeting.
Oh, I would rather withhold my explanation.
No, you
must
wouldn't.
be aware of the subject of the meeting.
Indeed, but Dr. Watson knows nothing of these events.
He represents the audience.
Well, our incorruptible yet ever practical minister shared the thoughts of the Chancellor of the Exchequer with me. They've decided that it would be most imprudent, given the crisis we're under, for a young lady barely 18 years of age to take control over one of the country's 3 biggest building enterprises.
I
shut up.
begin to understand, but
According to the minister, despite his bad habits due to the lack of consideration for his partner, Grimble is the only individual that the council has faith in to reverse the current state of the Bromsby holdings. It was further explained to me that if there is a choice to make in the direction of my investigation, and lacking any new evidence to the contrary, I must take these concerns into account.
Wait, what?
this is outrageous.
Slow down. Slow
And
down.
you, Lestrade, what are your personal thoughts on the matter?
I really can't say, Holmes. The prospect offered by Grimble seems so attractive. He had credible motive to murder Bromsby and then foul it. In addition, he was the only individual with apparent access to the shed at the cement factory where we discovered the corpse of his presumed accomplice. However, the only gadfly to this theory is his statement to Dr. Watson when he clearly renounced all rights of succession.
That is an item of singular curiosity.
Oh.
It is difficult for me to believe that a man who could plan and execute 2 or 3 murders with such cool presence of mind would give up an opportunity of this magnitude so easily. I also have spent sufficient time at Sherringford Hall to have a high opinion of Lieutenant Harrington.
I agree with you. This young man, by all accounts, has an unimpeachable character.
I have no evidence to cast doubt on the truthfulness of his testimony. We reconstructed the crime, and it was evident from where he stood he could easily see Miss Bromsby despite the crowd. Really, Holmes, I'm not a man who would hand over an innocent girl to the executioner, even should it cost me my career.
Good on
I am
you.
pleased to hear you say this, Lestrade. By the way, Lestrade, have you any knowledge of the place known as Aston's Theatre?
Is it that shabby theatre that lies near the bank of the Thames?
Another
Yes.
theater?
Several weeks ago, it was acquired by the Fairfax Theatre Company. Their international tour appears to have been most successful, as they are set to open their new play in a week. Dwight Richards happens to be their director.
So, wait.
You mean the author of the threatening letter that we found on Bromsby's desk? I must admit, I thought the letter to be of small consequence. After all, it involved a matter from so long ago.
Wait, what?
Sometimes old wounds are the most painful. In fact, we are leaving for Aston's right now. I know that you're quite busy, but if you feel like joining us, meet us at noon.
Can I stop now? Wait, what? What? Hold up. Okay. It did pause, so I'm gonna stop the recording here and just start up again. Well, maybe I should save first. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Okay. Okay, so saving that, and then I'm gonna stop the recording. So that's been interesting. I think I will go over and digest that entire cutscene a bit in the next video before I continue to this theater and try to work out the rest of this mystery, whatever. So this has been Emma Lupin playing more of Sherlock Holmes, Secret of the Silver Earring. So remember, if you like this video, please remember to do things like press that like button, leave a comment and tell me how I'm doing, consider subscribing to my channel, or just sharing this with your friends on social media. Every little bit helps, and you can also check out some of the other playlists and videos at the end here. I'll see you guys next time, where I'll continue playing on with Sherlock Holmes, Secret of the Silver Earring, and I think wrapping it up today. All right, bye!